So hi and welcome back, and we're just out and about, and thankfully no one has walked past yet while I'm actually filming this. So I'm keep on looking around to see if there's anyone coming. So Leica are releasing this panchromatic film, and it's to celebrate the 100th year of the Leica I, and it's a 50 ISO speed film, and it is apparently, from what I've seen of the actual stills, the photographs that they've shown, it has this most gorgeous contrast. Now, I've read that they know what the film is, and obviously Leica aren't going to start making films. It's not their business, it's not what they do, so it has to come from somewhere else. So where does it come from? Well, I'm going to show you when we get back home in a few minutes a couple of shots that I've taken, and I'll explain to you why I think it's this particular film. Now, I think it's already out there that what they've done, but here's the thing, and why I like this idea, other than the fact that it's got these really cool Leica branded film canisters, or the actual boxes. They look really, really fantastic. But it makes you think, are the films going to be as expensive as the cameras are? From what I can tell, what I've heard is they're going to be like $10 a roll, and I think I'm sure you can get them from Leica, and they're going to be put through a distribution service, so you'll be able to buy one if you want. So what we're going to do is go back home, try and get in the cool, and go through some photographs I've taken, and I'll explain that obviously the article I've read proclaims to know what this film is, and I actually think they're right. So that's why I'm telling you that I know this film already, and I've used this film, and I think it's a fantastic film. I also think it's probably the right one for them to release as their centenary film. So let's get back home and we'll have a look at those shots now. Okay, so before we start to look at these photographs I've taken on this other film, which they think or is said to be what they're going to be using, I just wanted to say something, because they're saying it's a panchromatic film, and in the article about it, it actually says that it runs up to 780 nm, which is in the infrared spectrum. So that would mean that it's a super panchromatic film, not a panchromatic film. Just saying anyway. And it also says this, and I've no idea what they're talking about. Monopan 50 delivers an ultra-fine grain, resolutions of up to 280 line pairs per millimeter, and an exceptional tonal range. Now, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. I just talk about grain. So I'm guessing it's some sort of jargon I've never come across before. If you know about it, just let me know in the comments below. So I'm going to show you a few of these, and I'm going to tell you what the actual film is. So when they say exceptional tonal range, they mean it. They really do. So these trains are actually dark green, and they've got a most amazing reflection of the platform and obviously the pillars that it's facing. And when you zoom in, you can see, yep, that grain is really, really, really tight, and the actual structure looks really, really cool as well. So I just want to go through a few of these, and then I'll say what it is. Originally, when I read the article, I thought I hadn't used the film that they were talking about, and I went through my archive of negatives and suddenly realised, oh yes, I have. And the reason I use this film is because I wanted to see how well it worked against Pan F, Ilford Pan F, and to see if it had the same characteristics, and it does, and some, to be honest with you. And you can see from this shot, this is back in the days when my scanning wasn't that brilliant, and now I'm using a 4K monitor. You can really see the difference, and I think I need to look at the way I scan my negatives from now on and get this a bit better. But you can see they said it's a fine, a really great tonal range, and this does. Now these were taken, I think, in autumn. There's no leaves on the tree, hardly any leaves on the trees, and they're all wearing jackets and stuff. And I remember it was actually quite cold. But when you look at shots like this, you can see just how good this actual film is. Now, don't forget, right, this is actually in shadow, because obviously the sunlight is coming in from this direction across this way, but it hasn't lost its detail in the shadows at all. which I would expect to have that happen on, say, a 50 ISO film or a high contrast film, and it hasn't. Now look at the sign, the takeaway sign. Okay, now remember, this is actually really, really big on my screen. You can just see how tiny the actual grain is on here as well. Now, this isn't necessarily my best photography, but it goes to demonstrate to you what I think you're getting. Now, they have released some shots from the film. I've chosen not to use them. I don't want to get a copyright strike and saying using our stuff and that sort of thing. So that's why I've not done that. But I just wanted to show you 4, 5, 6 shots of what I've done, and then you can make up your own mind. And here's like a close-up shot of the actual cabbie hut. Now, you know, I've taken quite a few pictures of cabbie huts, and these are green as well. These are a dark green, and the whites are really crisp and sharp. Yeah, it looks the business, this film does. And obviously, it being a 50 ISO film, you don't want to be getting camera shake anyway. I literally put the camera on the side of the wall and just held it there and pressed the shutter. And I believe this is Embankment Station and one of their long corridors. And I thought it'd make a really, really nice shot. It has. I think I might have been using my Olympus OM20 with the 3.5 wide 28 wide angle lens, so there was taken with that. So yeah, and I just got one more, and then I'll explain what they think it is. I thought I'd go back to the Great Western Railway trains, the Class 800s. The only reason I know they're Class 800s is because I've read the actual number on the side, and obviously this is the Pride livery. So what's kind of interesting as well is you can see the difference in the tones within the Pride flag, which then tell you that it has got a really good tonal range, because obviously a lot of the cheaper films you wouldn't perhaps get that. So what is this film? Well, the reviewer that I've seen seems to think it could be repackaged Adox HR50, and I suspect they're right, but who knows. But at least it's going to be an interesting film to try when it comes out, and then perhaps do a comparison against the Adox HR50. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video shortly. It wasn't meant to be the video for today.